Ignite, from dreams to reality.
My name is Adedokun Roberts. I grew up in Ibadan, the village like most of us Ibadan people call it now. I went to International School of Ibadan, ISI, after which I went to University of Lagos. I studied architecture. First and foremost, when VDA was incepted in 2009, we started off basically as an illustration and animation company, servicing the real estate industry and the advertising industry. We worked with a lot of architectural firms, construction companies, advertising agencies, and basically what we offered them was an opportunity for them to sell their product. When we started work, I started working out of my house. I was working alone. I started with one laptop. But with every job I did, I bought a new computer. With every job I did, I bought a new laptop. And we've sort of grown in that way, you know, putting back whatever it is we made from the business, putting it back into the business and trying to grow the business. We've been doing that for the past 3 years. It's been a slow process. Because we work in virtual space, it's everything revolves around technology. And you know, it's difficult to find access to the right type of technology, especially because most of the technology is very expensive. The software that we need to use, the computers that we need to use, you know, everything is high end and everything is expensive. What sort of render times are we looking at?
Say like 15-20 minutes.
Per render?
Yeah.
Okay. We could do that in like 3 minutes if we had a more powerful system, couldn't we? Unfortunately, because we don't have the kind of capacity that we would love to have. Take for example, for rendering our animations, we have about 5 computers we use. And we might be rendering for 2 to 3 weeks to render out a 3-minute video. Whereas our counterparts in Asia or Americas have a room with 1,000 computers and they're able to churn out the same work in, you know, a few hours. It's a creative environment and it's a creative job, and I guess those of us who do it, we enjoy it for what it is and we're passionate about what we do. So we don't mind the long hours, we don't mind the extra work that it goes into it. We come from a society where trust is not very big, or it's very difficult to find. And for me, that is one of the main driving causes of my business, is that my clients can trust me. Integrity, and you know, if a client gives me a job and I'm supposed to deliver on a certain day, I do everything that I can to make sure that I'm able to deliver on that day. And even if I can't, I think carrying my clients along all the time, you know, puts us in that position. So we find that most of the clients we have now are the same clients we've always had in the 3-4 years of business that we've been doing. I've always felt that, you know, there's opportunities, especially within Africa, to do a lot of work. I've done work in Nairobi, I've done work in South Africa, I've done work in Ghana, as it is now. But in terms of establishing the business in those countries and other countries around Africa, I think there's a lot of room for that, and we're definitely looking in those directions. It's not been plain sailing, but it's been exciting.
Ignite, from dreams to reality.
Okay, let me ask a critical question from what he said, and that is the internet marketing media for every type of business? Because I think listening to everything that we're saying, you obviously have to have your own marketing. Even when you have a low budget, you have to have a strategy behind your marketing plan. And it's got to be related to your product and your target market. So his target market, the nature is different from the BRT Foods. Yeah. And for each one of them, it's not just about following the crowd, but it's about planning how. Talk to me about that.
Well, it's very, very important. It's very, very important what you've said, ma'am. First of all, you need to identify who is your customer. It's very important. Once you identify that, you can then align your product or your marketing effort or your strategy to be able to engage with this person or to be able to reach this person. If you're selling, let's say, industry equipment, for example, Your typical customer may not be on Facebook, but it's very possible you would find them in professional networks like LinkedIn. So it's very important that you understand your target demographic, the people who makes up your key customers. So, for example, if they are fishermen and people that are interested in fishes, you can decide to say, okay, fine, I'm going to use an SMS strategy or a mobile strategy. For you, your typical customers are maybe students, people going to work in the morning, using the BRT buses. You will then be able to key what kind of media or what kind of digital tools do these people use. If they're excluded from internet, they might be a very mobile crowd. So you look at reaching them on mobile phones. But in each of these platforms, there are numerous ways of reaching your target audience.
So looking at Nigeria as our own primary market, it's right to say that the most powerful tool for Nigeria will be all mobile-enabled, internet-based advertisements. SMS, whatever you can push out through the mobile phone, because that's where we have the largest.
Yeah, but also we do have, there are limitations with the mobile devices. The real estate on your screen is really small. You may not be able to communicate all your product or the functionality of your amazing products you've taken time to build on that small amount of space. So the mobile phone, it's actually ideal for you to engage people who are on the go. So your message needs to be very clear, it needs to be very short, and it needs to be on point.
Okay, let's take the next set of questions.
My name is Paul. I'm a professional photographer. I want to ask, based on this platform, can you please provide your service to those that have a service-based business? Thank you.
My name is Chomandidi. You talk about setting up our website on blog. Now, I don't understand. After setting my website, I will be charged for payment to pay before it can be launched. Are you saying that this website, after creating them on blog, is absolutely free to launch?
When I make searches on LinkedIn, maybe I want to connect with clients that are highly profiled and we are in the same line of business. Sometimes they bring out of network. And the second one, I want to ask, how do you have an ad banner on Yahoo or MySpace for your growing of business?
Okay, thank you very much. So I start with you, Paul. Some of our clients are actually service-based. They actually operate service-based business. It's very possible they've used the internet, most especially to brand themselves as a leader or as providing very valuable service. You know, so there are different ways to go about it. You could use that to recruit customers. You can use that to retain customers. You can also use that to brand yourself. You know, a clear example, it's you, for example. Sorry, what do you do?
Photography.
Photography. First of all, it's a very graphical service. So you need to now put up a lot of your work on an online gallery. There's actually some online galleries that are free. You can upload so many of your work. So people, and you have your signature on your photos. So people get to come and see what you're doing. This will not cost you money. It's going to just cost you your time to sit down, upload some of your work, yeah? And secondly, you can now begin to prove yourself as a leader in the space by starting up a blog spot. Let's talk about photography. I'm going to teach you how to use ABC of photography. People begin to say, oh, you want to know about photography, you want to know about cameras, you want to know about camera angles, lighting, and all that stuff. Go to paul.blogspot.com. That is where the content is. You begin to position yourself as a strong brand in photography, as a leader in that space, and also as a go-to person when people search for anything regarding photography. So in one hand, you're providing value. On the other hand, when they come to get value, you showcase your brand and your service at no cost to you, just your time. Chioma, you made mention of, is it free to upload your website? Yes, it is free. The reason why they charge you for that is because you didn't do it yourself. You gave it to someone to put your website together for you. But the Blogspot and the WordPress that we've just talked about, these are do-it-yourself platforms. Google also is also running what is called Get Nigerian Business Online. You could get your businesses online at no cost. You don't need to hire anybody to do it for you. if you don't have the money. So you can sit down, just go to blogger.com, either put on your content or you search Get Nigerian Business Online, GBNO online, and then I'm sure some of you are already using that service. You know, you can talk to one of your guys here and they will show you what they're actually doing. It's free. Is it free? Completely free. So you don't need to spend any money if you don't have that money. Yeah? The same thing with opening up a Facebook page. Put up pictures of your business on the Facebook page and it's free of charge. Connect it, get it listed on your free website, and you're ready to go. The most important thing is be found on the internet. If I ask you, Paul, where are you on the internet? You should tell me. If I ask you, Choma, where are you on the internet? You should tell me. And if I should ask you, Shehu, where are you on the internet? You should tell me. That's all I want. You need, first of all, to take that first step of providing your content, your presence on the World Wide Web. Yeah? So, Shehu, you made mention of Yahoo banner placement. Yes, Yahoo is the third most visited website by Nigerians. It's good to place your banner ads on it. You can create a lot of visibility for your brand if you do have the budget. But it is a high-end service that Yahoo charges. And I think the minimum spend is about $4,000. Yeah, $4,000. But if that is below, if you don't have that money, there are so many other ways you can get visibility without having to spend any money. LinkedIn is a very powerful tool, very, very powerful tool. If you run a search on LinkedIn, if you look on the left, you're going to see different functionalities and criteria, right? You need to just select Nigeria. When you select the right people or the right category, let's say country Nigeria, you would see the listing. If you don't have any result, try to change your keywords. Okay? Try to change your keywords. Vary your keywords, and then you will see the results vary with your keywords. Is that okay?
Ignite, from dreams to reality.